Dann fangen wir an. Also, mit unserer regelmäßigen Übung. By the way, tomorrow I will check out in my database if I have anything regarding listening, because till date we did only one session on listening, and unfortunately I could not take up writing part. That is something like I simply could not take up. But anyways, we are still on the track and we have done almost 75% of what I wanted to teach. Okay, so once again, perform the following role with a partner from a class. Moment. Let me take up this color today. Okay, this is a Übung. Moment. Ja, noch einmal a text to read. So as usual, we will be following this Reihenfolge. Reihenfolge bedeutet sequence, and it starts with Arvid, then Ishita, then Shiven, and then Karthik. Okay, so everybody will be reading only one sentence till full stop, and if there is anything that I must speak upon, then I'll interrupt you on the spot. Also, fangen wir an mit Arvid.
Voriges Jahr waren wir 10 Tage in der Türkei, an der Küste.
Okay, Moment. This is voriges. Voriges. Voriges bedeutet bisherige. That is last year. Voriges Jahr waren wir 10 Tage in der Türkei, an der Küste. Now, what is Küste? Kurz Moment. Coast. Okay. Coastline is Kust. Otherwise, it is also known as Strand. Is beach. Okay. Ishita.
Das war für uns das erste Mal dort. Normalerweise bleiben wir in Deutschland oder wir fahren nach Frankreich zu unseren Bekannten in Paris.
Alright. Das war für uns das erste Mal dort. Normalerweise. So, this is ganz gleich. Yesterday also we learned the same thing. Normalerweise and normalerweise is ganz gleich. Bleiben wir in Deutschland. So, bleiben is to remain. That is, we remain in Deutschland. Oder wir fahren nach Frankreich. Frankreich is France. Zu unser Bekannten in Paris. So, Bekannten, Bekannten is equal to somebody known to us. Okay, we normally say, we go to Pune and stay with somebody known to us. Otherwise, no props. This can be if relatives you want to say, we stay at relatives, so they are known as Verwandten. So Verwandten, Ten. So this is relatives. Okay, weiter mit Shivan.
Das Wetter war wirklich heiß und das Hotel war schön. Ein großes Hotel direkt am Strand.
Perfekt. Am Strand bedeutet Beach. Karthik?
Aber es war ein echter Horrorurlaub.
Okay. Weiter.
Der Flug ein Charterflug. Der Flug ein Charterflug hatte 7 Stunden Verspätung.
Ver.
Okay, Verspätung.
Ja, Verspätung is equal to delay. So that means das Wetter war wirklich heiß. Wirklich means actually or really. The weather was really garam. Heiß is garam oder warm. And this hotel war schön. Schön is wonderful or prima or beautiful. Ein großes Hotel direkt am Strand, that is on the beach. Aber es war ein echter Horrorurlaub. This is echt is again really horrorful leaves or Feiertag. Der Flug, ein Charterflug, hat 7 Stunden Verspätung. So the aircraft flew with 7 Stunden delay. Okay, Ishita.
Vom Flughafen in der Türkei bis zum Hotel waren wir noch 3 Stunden im Bus.
3 Stunden im Bus und das ist vom Flughafen in der Türkei. Weiter bitte.
Wir haben also das Hotel um 5 Uhr morgens erreicht, nach einer Fahrt von 16 Stunden.
Okay.
Wir waren beide total kaputt.
Bitte weiter, das war ein sehr kleiner Satz.
Dann gab es noch ein Problem. Neben dem Hotel war eine Baustelle.
Okay.
Es gab zu viel.
Ja.
Okay. Es gab zu viel Lärm.
Yeah, Lärm means noise. Okay, dann weiter.
Schlafen,
Sorry, ja, Ishita.
Schlafen war unmöglich.
Ja.
Wir fahren.
Unmöglich bedeutet impossible. Ja, bitte weiter. Ishita, you can carry on.
Ja, okay. Wir waren sofort nach einer Woche wieder zu Hause zu sein.
Perfect. So that means we waren so froh, that we were so happy nach einer Woche wieder zu Hause zu sein. That is, after a week we returned back and that way we were very happy. Okay, dann voriges ist last. Das erste Mal, the first time, Bekannte ist friends or acquaintances. Kaputt is shattered, tired, es gab, there was. Baustelle is building site. Answer the question, German. It's too difficult stage. Okay, wo war diese Dame letztes Jahr auf Urlaub? David. Urlaub und Gesundheit. Noch einmal. Das ist auf Deutsch, aber Vorsicht. Ja, genau. Also, hier folgen wir K, dann Ishita, dann Shiven, dann Arvid. Los geht's.
Endlich Urlaub. Aber das ist also oft eine Gefahr für die Gesundheit.
Okay, Gesundheit bedeutet? Any idea? Anybody?
Bless.
Bitte?
Health.
Perfect.
Stay blessed.
Wie bitte? Hat jemand etwas gesprochen?
Oh no, nothing. Nothing.
Okay. Also, endlich Urlaub, aber das ist also oft eine Gefahr für die Gesundheit. Für 2 oder 3 Wochen keine Arbeit mehr. Okay, Ishita.
Aber Vorsicht.
Moment. Aber Vorsicht, that is, but attention. Vorsicht bedeutet attention.
Aber Vorsicht, in den Tagen vor dem Urlaub haben Sie noch eine Menge Aufgaben. Urlaub sein kaufen, machen Koffer aus dem Dachboden oder dem Keller holen, einpacken, Nachbarn mitteilen, dass Sie wegfahren und
Genau. So this is the situation when we travel, we are planning to travel. Aber Vorsicht, in den Tagen vor dem Urlaub haben Sie noch eine Menge Aufgaben. Menge bedeutet, you have a lot of tasks. A lot of Aufgaben bedeutet tasks. Urlaubseinkäufe, that is the purchases you do before going for holidays. So that is Urlaubseinkäufe machen, that is to buy. Koffer aus dem Dachboden. Koffer is suitcases or travel bags. Aus dem Dachboden, that is normally we keep all the goods in the rooftop. So that is from the Dachboden oder dem Keller. Keller is basement. Holen. Holen means to pick up. Einpacken, Nachbarn mitteilen, dass sie wegfahren und. That is mit Nachbar, अपने पड़ोसियों को we tell that we are going out for some days and wegfahren und so many things we have to do. Okay, dann Shivendra.
Und wenn Sie endlich am Urlaubsziel sind, fühlen Sie sich schlapp und werden manchmal sogar krank.
Okay, now here I see there are a couple of new words. Let us see one by one. Moment. Yeah. Und wenn Sie endlich am Urlaubsziel sind, that is Urlaubsziel. So friends, Ziel, Z-I-E-L is equal to destination. So when you are at the your travel destination where you wanted to reach, fühlen Sie sich schlapp. That is, you feel like sleeping und werden manchmal sogar krank. So sogar word is again a very, very useful word, and this is even. Not even odd, but he even you say even I went to the music show. So that is even. So sogar krank, that is you also sometimes you feel krank, that is ill auch also. So you even feel krank, you even get ill. Okay, then
I continue.
Arvid.
Kein Wunder, denn psychoanalytiker.
Yes.
Psychoanalytiker.
Yeah, you are right. Psychoanalytiker warnen.
Okay. Denn Psychoanalytiker warnen, man kann Angst, Kopfweh, Depressionen und sogar
Herzrhythmus.
Und
Störungen.
Störungen bekommen.
Yeah, a lot of complex words. Moment. Just one minute. Okay, so we were here. Man kann Angst, that is somebody, one can have fear, Kopfweh, that is, head pains, Kopfschmerzen normally we say, but it is headache, you can say Kopfweh, depression, and also so you see friends, there is sogar noch einmal here. We learned it just here. So we can say depression and even Herzrhythmus, that is heart rhythm, Störungen, that is Störungen is again a very important word, that is disturbance. Okay, so disturbance also is possible after traveling a lot. Okay, dann weiter mit Karthik.
Der flew ein anderes Klima.
Arvid, Karthik's turn.
I was only reading it.
You were reading?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on please then.
Der flew ein
Entschuldigung, somebody has some inter noise, so may mute for the time being. Okay, weiter bitte.
Der flew ein anderes Klima und andere Nährung. Alles kann unser Immunsystem belasten.
Right. So der Flug, that is the aeroplane. Now you see the gender of the aeroplane. So make sure you remember it is he. Der Flug, ein anderes Klima, that is a new different type of climate. Und andere Nährung. Now Nährung is again a very important word, that is nutrition. Alles kann unser Immunsystem belasten, that is to strain. Belasten is to strain. Wir reagieren auf sehr empfindlich auf die Umstellung. Okay. Zwei wichtige Tipps für einen gesunden Urlaub. Okay, Ishita.
In der Woche vor dem Urlaub starten
Moment. In der Woche vor. F-O-R, bitte. Vor.
In der Woche vor dem Urlaub schlagen Sie sich auf keine Überstunden.
Okay, this is schalten. So, in der Woche vor dem Urlaub schalten Sie sich ab. So, anybody found any type of special thing that we learned sometime back here in this sentence? Some days back we learned something in this sentence, it is used. Please check, I give you 2 minutes.
Dativ Urlaub. So, dem Urlaub, that's dativ.
Yeah, you're right, that's right. Any other special thing? Yeah. Any other special thing in this sentence? Very peculiar to German? Just read the sentence again, you will identify.
Yeah, so there is abschalten.
Yes, that's right. So here you see, friends, here is abschalten, and that is separable verb. Abschalten.
Even in, I think Überstunden has two meanings, and this meaning is like what is, I don't remember the exact meanings, but this is a very special Trennbaren verb. I was reading the grammar book this morning. Yeah, this is in some cases inseparable without morals also, and in some cases it is separable also.
Okay, can be like that also. Yeah. However, here now you have to be very careful, as I told you many times, that these words will come at any time in the last part of the sentence, and if you are used to English language, then after reading just few 5-6 words of the sentence, we tend to get the meaning of the sentence. But unless and until you read up to the end, you really cannot find the actual meaning. So if I were very neugierig, if I were very kind of a restless person, and if I were coming from English background, I would simply read in der Woche vor dem Urlaub schalten Sie sich. That means you start working before the Urlaub comes. So the meaning of the sentence is in der Woche vor dem Urlaub. That is, vor bedeutet, you can say before, you can say. Ideally, it means in front of the Urlaub, so which may not be the perfect translation in English, but it means in der Woche before the Urlaub schalten Sie sich ab. So here it is abschalten. That means abschalten means you switch off, you can say, or you can say that you take rest. You start taking rest 1 week before travel time. So as normally is also said that once you are going to travel for a long distance and you are going expecting a lot of, anderes Klima oder anderes Näherung, that is you are going to expect new climate, new nutrition, and you are going to fly with aircraft, then it is always better to prepare 1 week before your travel. So Urlaub schalten Sie sich ab, keine Überstunden. Keine Überstunden bedeutet no overworking. No overworking. So Überstunden bedeutet, let me focus upon Überstunden. In a typical Arbeit, that is in a work, normal work, we are supposed to work for 8 hours a day, or you can say 40 hours a week, right? So it could be something like typically 9 to 5 p.m. Now, if somebody is used to work up to 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., then it is Überstunden. That is, he is or she is going beyond the regular working hours. and that is something which is not recommended, especially when you are expecting a flight in next week. De nächste sagt, am Wochenende vor der Abreise nicht 1000 Ding erledigen. Perfect. That means the Wochenende, suppose if you are traveling on some day and on that Wochenende, vor der Abreise, before departure, do not take up 1000 things. That means do not overstrain yourselves. Do not take too much things to be done on the last day only. Better distribute it throughout the week. Right? So that is a kind of a good information, or I mean
Can
something which we should follow.
Yeah. Can I say something about the overworking work? So
You need not ask for that. You can straight away comment.
yes, like I think I watched a YouTube video about it, but there is a thing like in India, if you work and then you work for a few hours more than you should, like after 5 p.m., then it is recommended like you are a good employee. But here in Germany, I think my teacher told me that if you overwork, that will not be considered as a good thing. That will be considered as a bad thing. You are inefficient and you couldn't finish your work within that time limit.
Yeah, you are 100% right. I would rather write it like this, because what happens in Germany, if you don't, if you are unable to complete your assigned work in 40 hours or 8 hours a day, then you are treated as inefficient. You are taking more time to do the same work which you should do in the sufficient time. So that is a difference of working culture here in Germany as compared with India. Okay, perfect. After reading the text, give the German equivalent with gender. So departure, neighbor. Let us try this. Let's try. So one person, one answer. Any idea about departure?
I think
Abreise?
Yes, Abreise. Somebody else was giving any try?
Abfahrt.
Yeah, perfect. Abfahrt. Both are right. Now two people have given two answers, and the next two people will give the other answers.
A Nachbarn?
Yeah, Nachbarn.
Oder
No.
Nachbarin, if it is a feminine.
Yeah, if it is feminine, then Nachbarin. And to inform, Ishita.
Informieren.
Wait.
I think.
Ishita's turn.
Informieren.
Yeah, perfect. Informieren. If you see, friends, there are many words which are literally taken up from English language and used in German with a German grammar, like funktionieren. Right? Likewise, informieren. There, you probably would have found one word, downloaden. Right? So, to download also is known as downloaden. However, I would always suggest avoid using these words which are taken up from English unless and until there is no counterpart. So, for example, downloaden is herunterladen.
Or simple Laden is also there.
Laden, Laden is something to load. You know, for example, I have this pistol which comes from English era, I think, and I have a bullet and I will load the bullet into it. So that is laden, right? To load. But specifically in herunterladen is something like you are in the cloud, I mean in computer cloud, and you want to download a file. So that file will be known as herunterladen. Of course, if there is something like there is a folder, let's say a kind of a ordner in your computer, and you want to put some files into this one. So here you can say you can laden, du kannst laden. That is, you are loading the files into it, right? Any other example anybody remember? Because I can't remember any other such example like funktionieren,
Loading.
informieren.
Okay, that's kind of example.
There is one more example I just recalled, that is to communicate.
Communication.
Uh,
No, communicationen.
yeah, you are right. But the verb is communicieren. Commune, communicieren. I don't know what is the spelling, but it is to communicate. Huh? So, likewise, there are many such words which are taken away from the English, but I would rather suggest avoid using those words. Like, even if you bump upon somebody in a supermarket, or if you hurt somebody by chance, so never say sorry. Instead, always say Entschuldigen. Yeah, Entschuldigung bitte or tut mir leid. Sorry is equally effective, but should not be used. Also, what about food?
Essen.
All right. Somebody else try this.
Klima.
Klima, perfect. Klima. Now, once again, I recalled one word, that is air conditioner, right? And we call it in English air conditioner, and in German it is known as Klimaanlage. Klimaanlage. Okay. Now change from one thing to another.
Can I try?
No, you already tried one. Let others also try.
Wechsel.
Wechsel, perfect.
Will and then will also there.
With
And
it?
then
And
a
yeah. And done is also there. And done can be, that could be used. Normally we use and done when we are replacing something with other, and which is changeably. So you can say like that also. Loft. Loft, you understand? On the top of the room there is kind of a small shelf. I think it should be known as dark. Let us check how it's known as in.
I think it is dark issues.
Dark issues is the stock, that is the level. Suppose if you have a house like this and there are multiple levels, and the top one which has a slanting roof also.
Okay, the attic.
Bitte?
Attic. I think we call it an attic.
I'm not sure about that, but this is known as dark. That is the chat of the house, and you probably will see the rooms are like something like this. You know, there could be bed lying on the curved side, so its room is also tilted. Okay, no props.
Yeah.
Then weiter mit flight.
Flug.
Yeah, now comes Shiven's turn
Okay,
for
sorry.
overtime.
Overstunden.
Überstunden, genau.
Überstunden, yeah.
Und dann somebody like Ishita or Karthik may tell me what is healthy.
Gesundheit.
Perfect. Right. Okay. Moment. Dann gehen wir weiter. Try to match the picture with. Okay, one person, one answer. Try to match the picture with the weather description. So let's try. Anybody can give any answer, but only one.
Thermometer is S night.
Es schneit bedeutet
Schneit,
was? Nie
because the
Schnee.
temperature is very low.
Moment. Schneit bedeutet to snowfall,
snow.
I think.
Yeah.
But how much is the temperature? Yeah. I think it is very less, na? 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. It's a logical question. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Somebody else may try other options now.
The second one is es ist sehr windig.
Second bedeutet hier.
No, the second in the picture and the answer is the
The
fifth.
B part.
You are telling a B part.
Yeah.
I think windish is उसका umbrella उड़ा जा रहा है देखो.
So I think it is the assists there windish. It is very windy that the umbrella has like it's
Yeah,
flown
and
down.
the other person's hat is
Yeah. So I think bay is
Okay. I think B is both pictures are B only, na? Ah,
yeah.
perfect. Okay, all right, done. Done.
I'd say maybe
Done.
as regnet.
Moment. Karthik spricht etwas?
The photo say will be as regnet.
Yeah, perfect. Regnet. It is raining.
Und photo day will be dry. Das ist die Sonne scheint.
Perfect. Sonne scheint. Und dann, was ist das denn? Jugno hai kya hai?
I think it is snowing.
Yeah.
It is snowing.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think as night on the A1 is as fried.
Yeah,
What is
that's right.
fried? What is fried? Let me see.
I think it is snowing.
Freezes. Ah, okay. So Shivendra, this is freezing. Na? Okay, but still you have to be careful with the temperature that is being shown here in the thermometer. Na? All right, but what is this then?
As night.
Schneid, yeah, rain, snowfall.
Yeah.
Correct.
Excuse me.
Bitte.
Snow in German is also like Schnee, yeah?
Yeah, Schnee. Okay. Okay, dann das Wetter. Das is the most important thing. Das Wetter. First of all, please remember the gender of wetter. That is das. Also, ich lese weiter. An der Ostsee bis zu 8 Grad. Im Süden kommt es örtlich zu Glatteis. Im Westen gibt es ein paar sonnige Stunden und im Osten bleibt es trübe und unbedeckt. So friends, this weather, this is a very, very important part for your exams. Every time, I have given 4 types of exams, 4 levels, and almost in every level there was one Huron tile that was that announcement for wetter. Now, it is ganz einfach, weil es gibt so wenig Vokabular. Das heißt, if you see in wetter, there could be either rainy, it could be storm, it could be very high, it could be maybe Gewitter. There are only few vocabulary which are associated with weather, and because it is a part of your exam, so I always suggest that please give extra focus on this wetter vocabulary. So here if you see, and also one important thing is whenever there is a weather bericht, that is weather report, so they will be talking about the complete Germany, right? So it will be something like this. So on top is Nord, or you can say Nord, and on bottom is Süd. Richtig? And then this side is, I think, East, oder?
Ost.
Yeah. And this is West, I think. Yeah, West. Richtig. So always remember these directions: Ost, Süd, Nord, and West. And then if you see the Wetterbericht, most likely.
Hello, bhai muffin ko.
Wie bitte?
No, sorry. Oh.
Alles klar. Also, was ich meine hier ist, when you listen to a wetter, most likely the Bericht will be not for a specific reason, for a specific region. It would be most likely for the complete Germany. So you can expect to listen these words almost in all Bericht. An der Ostsee. Ostsee, that is, you're talking about eastern side. Okay? Bis zu 8 Grad, that is up to 8 degrees centigrade. In Süden kommt es örtlich zu Glatteis. So in the south will be Glatteis. Glatteis is what is fisalna of English? Slipping. You can say slipping, or जो फिसलना जिसको बोलते हैं, that is Glatteis. Ice is ice, right? Im Westen gibt es ein paar sonnige Stunden. So Western side ein paar sonnige Stunden, that is sunny hours, and in Osten, that is Osten, bleibt es trüb und bedeckt. Bedeckt bedeutet covered, that is it will be cloudy. But what is trüb? Let me check trüb. Trube. Murky, dull. Okay, that is also cloudy. Okay, so I strongly recommend, friends, please try to build up your vocabulary in relation to weather. This is very important for your exams, in case if anybody of you are going to write an exam. Okay, done. Let us do once again. So here one by one, let us start. Wetterlage, that is Kartik, Arvid, then Shiven and Ishita. Bitte.
Wetterlage.
Yeah.
Bayern.
Bayern. Yes,
Bayern.
Bayern. That is Bayerisch. That is that state, Bayern.
Okay.
Bitte.
Zu Tagesbeginn schneit noch die Sonne.
Moment. Zu Tagesbeginn scheint. That is shinen. Schient. Scheint means sunshine. Zu Tagesbeginn scheint noch die Sonne. That is, from the start of the day, the sun will be shining. Bitte weiter.
Später bilden sich immer mehr Wolken und die Schauer und Gewitterwahrscheinlichkeit steigt.
Weiter.
26 bis 28 Grad.
Perfekt. Also hier man findet neue Wörter, bilden sich immer mehr Wolken. Wolken bedeutet Clouds. Und die Shower. Shower is literally shower. And here you see it's a monster word. Gewitterwahrscheinlichkeit. That is, Wahrscheinlichkeit bedeutet possibility. And Gewitter is, you can say thunderstorm. Okay, so shower and thunderstorm probability steigt. Steigt means that is the to rise. I think it is to rise only. So steigt 26 bis 28 Grad. Okay, dann Arvid.
Ja. Aussichten. Der Montag beginnt freundlich, später sichern, Scheuer und Gewitter heran.
Okay, so Aussichten, that is you can say forecast. Now again, this is a very important word. I would like to now focus upon this word. If you were to say, in my point of view, this may be very important for people who are working. In my point of view, or you can say from my point of view, or from my view. From my view. So you can use a phrase, and this is aus meiner Sicht. Okay, so that means how do I see? Aus meiner Sicht. So this literally means in my point of view or from my view. Now there could be one more counterpart for the same thing, which also I would like to speak out here, and that is ich bin der Meinung. Meinung. Now, here again it means I am of the opinion. So it is literally the same. Now, here, how do I say? Here you see there is a use of the fourth case which we have not, unfortunately, we have not learned, and that is genitive case. So you probably remember we had accusative, nominative, and dative. These are the three cases that we learned, and there is no kind fiat case, fiat fall, and that is genitive. So genitive is, although it is used quite often, but there is not much to learn upon. There is no point of confusion also, and there is no topic to fight upon between nominative, accusative, and dative, because it only shows a relation. So I unfortunately could not take up this point, but here I would like to mention Ich bin der Meinung means I am of the opinion, or you can always say aus meiner Sicht. Okay, so machen wir weiter mit the reading practice. Okay, so einen kurzen Moment. Der Montag beginnt freundlich, später ziehen Schauer und Gewitter heran. Am Dienstag wechselt sich. So, Entschuldigung. Here, who has to read? Shiven has to read from here.
Ja. Am Dienstag wechselt sich Sonnenschein mit sehr reichen Wolken ab.
Okay. So once again, you probably have pointed out what is the specialty in this sentence that we will talk upon later on. But right now, I would like to once again tell you that when we speak out these words, so try to go for the German pronunciation, and Dienstag will become Dienstag. Yeah. So there is a pronunciation of k in the end. So try to take up this point. Am Dienstag wechselt sich Sonnenschein mit zahlreichen Wolken ab. Now, again, I'm sure you probably have pointed out this ab, which is abwechseln. But here again there is a sich. Remember this sich?
Yeah.
What is that?
Reflexive verb.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm sure that abwechseln is also a reflexive verb. So we need to literally learn these reflexive verbs. Else, by logic, there is hardly anything that we can derive upon. Okay. Then gehen wir weiter mit Ishita.
Wind. Der Wind weht zunächst magisch aus Südost, später kommt es schwach aus Nordost.
Okay. Der Wind weht zunächst mäßig aus Südost. So mäßig bedeutet primarily. Zunächst ist next. Später kommt es schwach aus Nordost. Now what is weight that I need to check? I think it's again aus weight. Let us check. W-A-H-T. Weighs. And what is aus weight? Okay, weighs out. Der Wind weighs out zunächst mäßig aus Südost. Okay, so that means the wind will be primarily from the Südost, that is the southeast side. Später kommt er schwach aus Nordost. Now it is weak. So it will become weak later on. So there is not much to learn upon this, but you just try to understand the text also right at the point when you read it. It will come with practice only. Okay, then the English expression for the woman's book, dear Frau. Word order after das. There is some grammar. Well, friends, I will be also sharing this PDF with you people. So I find this PDF really very important. I mean, I found it from internet or from some friend, I don't know, but I find there is a lot to learn from this one, and I strongly recommend that once I share it on on WhatsApp group, so please try to keep it in your pocket all the times. There is 283 pages, so definitely it's going to take at least 2 or 3 months for you to do it. But keep it with you all the times. Okay, dann let's wind up for the day. Haben Sie etwas Fragen dazu bis jetzt?
Nein.
Nein.
Keine Fragen.
Nein.
Perfekt. Dann morgen treffen wir nochmals für die letzte Mal. However, I would strongly recommend that let us be active on the group, and maybe if you require, we can have some sessions, maybe one session, one student, 1 hour session on some weekend, just to keep in touch with each other. And we can have a learning session or interactive session with each other on weekends. So we will talk about later on, but tomorrow will be our last class. Okay, also bis morgen. Tschüss.
Bis morgen.
morgen.
Tschüss.
Bis morgen. Tschüss.